Hey there, you already know how to place a buy and a sell order, right? I mean, we've done it in this module quite a few times, but there are different kinds of orders which you still don't know. So in this video, we're going to talk about different transaction types. Hi, my name is Prateek Singh. Let's get started. So we've already seen the first kind of order, which is the CNC buy and CNC sell. Remember, CNC is the same as long term and CNC stands for cash and carry, which means you're paying the full amount of cash to carry the trade forward for delivery for a long-term perspective. Now, I'll quickly log into Kite and you can see here that I have this stock open. I can click on the B button, which will give me a buy window. Now, by default, long term is selected, which is CNC. I can change the quantity here to whatever I like. I'll leave it at 1 and I have the price here. Now, currently, the stock is trading at this price. I can choose to change this price to a higher number and place a order, which is called a limit order. Remember, a limit order is where you specify the price that you want to enter. So I'm entering a slightly lower number, actually. I'll change this to this number and place the order. So as you can see, the order has been placed and I can check it in the order book. What I'll do is, for the same stock, I'll also place a buy order, but this time I'll place a market order. So I'll choose market, the same quantity, and I won't specify the price. Notice when I go from limit to market, the price field becomes uneditable because I've changed the type to a market order. I'll hit the buy button. And as you can see, very quickly, the order was placed and executed. We can see that the order has been executed. And even in the position book, we can see that we now hold one stock of this company. Now I'll do the exact opposite, which means I'll try to sell, but I need to own that stock to actually sell it. So as you can see in holdings, I own this stock here. So I'll add the stock and I'll click on sell. Now I can sell the quantity that I own. So in this case, I have 4 quantity. I can actually change this to 4 or 1 or 2 and sell the quantity that I own. So I'll let it remain at 1. And if I hit sell, I will get a market price that's available. As we can see that Asian Paints is trading at 3,109. And if I hit the sell button, I will get a price roughly around that. Or if I want to specify a price, I can change this to limit and increase or decrease the price to whatever I like. Usually when you use a sell limit order, you want a higher price that's prevailing. So you may want to increase the price to what is there right now and then hit the sell button. And when price reaches your specified limit order, it'll get executed. The next type of order is an MIS order. This is the opposite of CNC. You'll find it right here on Kite. So when I open for example, a buy order, I can see the options are long-term CNC. I can change this to MIS. MIS means intraday, which means you need to square it off during the day. That's where the word MIS comes from. It means margin intraday square off. You will have to square off on the same day before the markets close. So let's place a long order. Remember, the word long means you are buying and holding and hoping that the market goes up to make a profit. So if I buy 1 share of this company as an MIS, and now you know the difference between limit and market, I'll just place a simple market order and place a buy. Now I am long on this company with 1 share, and you can see that we are long intraday right in the positions tab. It also shows me the P&L. Now, whenever you're making a profit on equity intraday, since equity follows a T+2 settlement cycle, the profits that you earn on, say, a Monday will be credited to your account on a Wednesday. Now let's understand the MIS sell order. Now, if I don't own a stock, I can actually place an MIS sell order on, say, this company here and profit intraday if the market falls. So all I need to do for this is, as you can see, I don't own any shares in this company, I will simply place one quantity sell order at a market price. There you go. Notice that this company has -1 quantity written in the positions tab, which means we are short. We are short at the price of 304.75. Now, if the market falls below 304.75, we will actually profit from this transaction. This is called shorting. When you short and you get a minus quantity in your positions tab and you buy back the shares when the market falls, you can profit when the share price decreases in value. Now, taking this example further, we shorted at 304.75. Let's suppose the market falls 4.75 rupees lower, which means the market fell to 300. And we bought back the stock at 300. That 4.75 rupees difference is our profit. So when you're going long, you're say buying at 300 and you're exiting at 304.75. So that 4.75 rupees is your profit. When you short, it's the exact opposite. So when you are shorting, you're simply selling first at 304.75 and then buying back at 300, profiting for that 4.75 rupees difference. So now that you've understood shorting, let's understand how to exit an existing intraday order. As you already have seen that we are short on this stock right here, and you can see a minus quantity. To exit a stock, in the positions tab, all I need to do is click on the options button and click exit. When I click exit, since I'm already short on the order, a buy window will appear and it's intraday obviously. I'll hit buy. And as you can see, the stock that had a -1 quantity is now 0 quantity and I can see a P&L of 80 paisa. So when you exit an intraday position, whether it's a short or a long, it's called a square off. Okay, now let's understand a stop loss order. I already have one stock that I'm long MIS, long intraday. So I'll click on the options tab. I'm still in the positions tab. I'll click on the options button and I'll click on exit. Now in the sell order window this time, because I'm long, all I need to do is click on SLM, which is a stop loss market order. A stop loss is a way for us to exit when price reaches a specified level below the current market price. For example, let's suppose I am long on a stock at ₹100. I want to exit if the market hits 90 rupees. I can place a stop loss order at 90 and the order will get triggered only when the price goes from 100 to 90, thereby limiting my potential loss. This can be done intraday only. So I have a sell window opened here with one quantity on an existing long position. I selected SLM. And that price level that I have to specify is called the trigger price. So let's see, this is where the market is right now. Let me place a lower number for the trigger price and click on the sell button to place the stop loss order. That's all it is. The stop loss has now been placed and I can see it in the order window right here. So now we placed the order to buy a stock and went long intraday and then placed a stop loss order. Now, what if I want to place the entry and the stop loss together in one shot? Well, that's called a cover order or a CEO order. Let me show you how simple it is to do. First, select a stock where you want to do this on. So let's do this on Axis Bank. I'll click the B, that's the buy button. And on top, I can see regular, cover and AMO on the buy window. I'll select cover. I'll let the quantity be 1 for this example. And for price, that's our entry price, we can choose a limit where we specify the price, or market. I'll let it be market because it's just easier to show you in this example. And I'll change the stop loss from the current market price of 747 to say maybe 720 rupees. And I'll click on buy. That's it. Very quickly, the order was placed. And I can see in the position book that I'm long Axis Bank. The position book also shows me that it's a CO order, that it's a cover order. And I can see that I am making a very, very small profit right now. In the order tab, I can see the stop loss for Axis Bank we specified at 720, which is the trigger price. So that's how you can place an entry and a stop loss in one shot. You can also do this as a sell order. So if you want to place a sell CO, you can enter short and place a buy order, that's your stop loss order, in that one CO order as well. CO orders are intraday only. Now, one question we have that we've placed stop loss orders intraday. What about placing stop loss orders for your holdings or the stocks that you hold in delivery? Well, there's a special order for that called the GTT. The GTT, or the good till triggered order, is basically an order which executes after it reaches a specified trigger price. So when I go to the holdings tab, I can see all the holdings that I have. Now let's suppose I want to place a stop loss on one of my holdings. Let's suppose it's Asian Paints, which is trading right now at 3,103. I'll click on the options over here and click on create GTT. The transaction type is sell because I'm using it as a stop loss order. The trigger type is single, and I can change the trigger price from the current 3,100 to say 3,000. So let's say I want to exit when this stock hits 3,000 rupees. Let the quantity remain 1. For the price, just keep a lower price than the trigger price so you can get filled. So now I'll go ahead and place the order. Now when a GTT order is created, remember it's a trigger, you need to go to the orders section, and on top you will see GTT, and that's where you can see that there is an order of Asian Paints that we just placed as a stop loss, and we can see that the GTT order is placed here. To learn more about GTT, check out this link we have here where you can understand this in a bit more detail. I hope you found this video useful. In the next video, we'll talk about actually creating a point of view so that you can take decisions on how to analyze stocks. There are actually 2 ways, but let's not get ahead of ourselves. Let's see that in the next video. Key takeaways from this video are: